Welcome in, everybody. Episode 104 of the Illiana Stock Car Radio. With you, as always, Jeremy Banning, Brian, and Chris Goodacre. What's up, guys?
Oh, it's race season,
Daytona
I guess.
weekend, and we're
Yeah, we did because we weren't racing.
Yeah, we survived.
Yeah,
Everything.
we are officially in race season.
Yeah, but it's officially official.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, we are going to talk about one of the highlights or kickoffs, maybe of the 2025.
Yeah, we're getting into what do you want to call it, pre-race season locally,
last
where
minute?
Yeah.
you're
we're getting to the last minute.
Yeah, this is where you go buy everything you haven't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or pick up new parts because you raced in the ARCA race.
Yeah, so here in just a little bit,
Or buy all the pictures you didn't buy from Brian this past
plenty
season.
of it right there.
Yeah.
Here in just a little bit, we're going to welcome in Travis Larson of the Larson Racing family. If you remember, we had them on here a couple years ago.
Yeah,
I
when
think it was
Brian
September of 23.
he was a rookie interviewer. And
That was my first time.
Yeah,
it
first
was.
time.
It was. He didn't know what to do with his hands.
Dude, props to them for
being willing to come back.
putting themselves through that. Wow. And to say nice things about me afterwards, that's impressive.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So we're going to have him on to talk about their Racers Trade Show and Swap Meet going on at the Jasper County Fairgrounds this weekend.
20th annual, 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Right off Route 114.
While you're listening to this, that'll be tomorrow, unless you're procrastinating, in which case it's today or yesterday. And why aren't you watching our stuff when it comes out?
Maybe you're listening to this while you're on the way.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
You know, watching it on our YouTube channel.
Preemptive.
Maybe you're watching it on the YouTube channel the day before or the morning before heading out at Illiana SCR, or maybe you're old school like me, listening to the audio podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or YouTube Play
or plugs in before we wrap it up
right now. Yeah, so make sure whatever platform you're consuming us on, you hit that like and subscribe and the share and all that stuff to get us out there and help the algorithms help you pretty much. I say without further ado, man, we bring him on. He's one of our interstate fans.
Live from North Carolina.
Well,
so
via satellite and also pre-recorded.
Yeah. Satellite, yeah. Whatever. Whatever. Giving away the magic. Jeez. Okay. Either way, let's go ahead and bring him on. This is Travis Larson. I'm just getting it going.
It got dark. I struggle with focus and lighting, and that's the last thing I need. Anyway.
You just struggle with focus half the time.
Yeah, right. So you got a snow day down there? How many inches of snow? Like 2?
Not even.
Half.
Oh my God. Must be nice.
You'd think with all the racers down here that they would know how to drive on this stuff, but
yeah, right.
Yeah.
How close do you live to Charlotte?
About an hour, a little over an hour.
Oh, good. Nice. All right. Well, let's I guess get to it then. Welcoming back after what was it, a year and a half, August, September of 23.
Yeah, that was your first go at this.
It was. So here we go, round 2, baby. We got Travis Larson coming to us live. Of course, it won't be live because you're gonna watch this Friday. It's Wednesday. From what's your hometown?
Thomasville.
Thomasville?
Yep.
From Thomasville, North Carolina. An hour away from Charlotte. Is that the mecca of racing, or is that Indianapolis?
I mean, I would say Indianapolis, but
yeah.
Anyway,
NASCAR.
Charlotte, big time race area. So, what took you out east?
It's not Indiana.
Fair.
I think you scared him away when you interviewed the whole family.
Yeah, right. But
I've
he's
told
brave
him
enough to come back.
I've told him multiple times I'd come back. All he had to do was ask.
Yeah, and here you are. I asked, and here you are. We're ready to talk about the upcoming 20th annual Larson Family Presents Racers Trade Show and Swap Meet down in Rensselaer, Indiana.
You did a good job of reading that.
Yeah, I actually didn't read it. I was just looking at the thing.
I'll say, still can't get our podcast name right.
Yeah.
But
So, welcome back to Illiana Stock Car Radio Podcast.
Oh, now he's showing
got
off.
it. Showing off now.
Yeah. So, you're how long were you in Indiana? Your whole life?
Yeah.
So a little over 30 years you spent in the great Hoosier state. Pains me to
Almost
say
40.
Hoosier, but almost 40. Okay, you're a little bit older than me. And out east you went. So let's talk about your move from Indiana to North Carolina. And are you coming back this weekend for the show, or are you going to stay out east?
No, I'm still in the academy for my probations officer training, so I can't come back because I can't be back in time to report for duty on
Gotcha.
Monday.
Gotcha. Cool. But
Is
you're
that a
willing.
travel restriction? 2 inches
Yeah,
of snow.
So
that too.
mom and dad said if you can't facilitate parking, you got to go on the show and talk about it. Yeah. So what took you out east of North Carolina?
Really, just needed to get away. It was time.
Yeah.
I've wanted to get out of Indiana for a long time, but
Sure.
finally convinced the wife it was a good move, and she got on board. So we went.
Awesome. Exciting, man. Well, we hope you're doing well down there. And let's talk about what you came on for. That's the upcoming trade show Saturday, which when this airs will be tomorrow. So not a lot of time to plan if you didn't know about it, but certainly Saturday morning, 8 a.m. doors open. So let's talk about what you guys got going on this year for the 20th annual trade show.
Well, we got a lot going on. We got a lot of giveaways this year. I think they're doing 2 an hour. Just so much stuff. Like, I know we've got a 65-inch smart TV, a Yeti cooler. Um, there's a couple of this and that buckets. Um, we've got a Craftsman Sawzall with batteries and charger, uh, grinder and pad. Um,
Shady Hill Infield might need that.
Several of those things.
Yeah.
I know we have gift certificates from a lot of the vendors there. Sherman Enterprises, we've got a few for them. EK Designs, Baby Blue Angel Wings, Bambi Designs are some of the gift certificates we're giving away. And then we're doing 2 UMP licenses per class.
Okay.
So late models, modifieds, stock cars, factory stocks, and 4 cylinders. The stipulation with that is you have to go to the UMP booth and um, get your license there, pay for it that day, and then basically the swap meet's going to reimburse 10 drivers the cost of their license.
That's
Just to try to help out a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Racing's expensive, and I know the racers need as much help as they can get, and any little bit helps.
Absolutely.
If you've been on Facebook the past 2 months,
Yeah.
everybody needs a little bit of help along the way. I know plenty of sponsorship deals are going on right now. Haven't heard from S4. I'm sure they're busy over there.
Oh,
I think the reason we haven't heard from S4 is because they're busy.
that's true. Very much so
Yeah,
true.
yeah. So I guess while you're out looking for sponsors, come on down and look for parts. So let's talk about some of the vendors that are going to be there. I know last year I saw we were there and we were across from like maybe 8 tables, 10 tables put together in a big old square, and I mean it looked like a scrapyard, you know. And then behind him, I saw Landrum Springs was there, and Sherman was there. Sherman Enterprises was there. I mean, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's not just for the dirt car stuff. There's, you can get parts for other forms, go-karts. I mean,
You can say it, asphalt.
asphalt, yeah. But
Yeah, and
yeah, Sherman Enterprise is going to be back. MCK Graphics is going to be there. Hobbs Racing, Crebo Motorsports, MLC Performance Fabrication. Obviously, you guys.
yeah,
Landrum's
yep,
coming back. EK Designs, Arco Racing, 37 Racing, Jameson Racing, Bambi Creations, Twisted Graphics, uh, Harf, the Hoosier Auto Racing fans
Okay.
group is going to be back. Obviously, Shady Hill, Dirt Car, Baby Blue Angel Wings.
What is that?
Um,
I saw that on your, and of course you mentioned it. What is Baby Blue Angel Wings?
so they are a design company as well.
Okay. A lot of
Yeah,
designers down there.
yeah, they do. They do a lot of like it looks like home goods and things like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
They'll cups, uh, tumblers, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
Sure.
I don't know 100% what all they do, um,
Gotcha.
but yeah.
Cool. So
So
it sounds like a hodgepodge of uh, heat press and design gigs and race car parts and race car people and race tracks. You say Arca's going to be there?
Arco.
Arco, gotcha. Sorry, I
Hmm.
misheard you there. Got me
Yeah, no,
confused
not
with
Arca.
Arca.
That would be pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think they're looking for cars and drivers though.
That,
If we want to talk about it, and for all those guys that wrecked on Saturday morning and afternoon,
Okay. Yeah.
partly
Plenty
evening,
parts.
there's plenty of new parts.
yeah,
I
yeah.
I know last year I think chasing TJ down to get the Wi-Fi password, and I managed to go out front and there were trailers and cars. I mean, what do you guys have out front going on? Do we know yet? I mean,
So out front is usually is tends to be people that bring out their cars or trailers that they're trying to get rid of. Some parts we try to keep the parts to a minimum out there,
yeah,
just because it's cold usually.
right,
In
right.
20
Yeah,
years, I think we've had maybe a handful of unseasonably warm weather,
yeah. Well, after
but
this 4 days here, I think our high over the past 4 days has been like 15 degrees. So
Mm.
31 is on Saturday is going to be a nice balmy day. I'll be out in shorts and a t-shirt, I think.
yeah. So yeah, but there are some people that sell parts out of their trailers and stuff. But yeah, um, it's just like you said, it's kind of a hodgepodge of parts, whatever last minute parts you might need, or a
Yeah,
good way to get them.
last last minute. It's I guess 2.5 months of race season. So yeah, I guess we are kind of last minute now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know what the state my late model's in, so you know,
Yeah, yeah. I know somebody needs to get a wrap design for that, don't they?
yeah, maybe. And then
Is there ever a time where we don't owe the Larsons some sort of artwork?
I think we're still sitting on the $87 that we made over what TJ owed us for shirts last year, but he's also requested more shirts from me. But I never wrote down what I need for sizes. So yes, we still. I think we're just forever indebted to the Larsons at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
but I mean, at the end of the day, it's more so we try to do this just to help the racers. I mean, obviously
Yeah,
we're racers.
right.
We know how hard it is to find parts for a reasonable price, and people there are willing to haggle. So
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, for sure, for
but
sure.
it's definitely a good thing, and we've had a lot of fun over the years doing it. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
it's a lot of work, a lot of promoting.
Yep.
I know in the beginning when social media stuff was kind of limited there, way back when in
Yeah,
2005. Uh,
yeah,
we did a couple, I think, radio ads on some local radio stations out of Kankakee or wherever, and
yeah,
then as social media became a more of a prevalent force in advertising, we started going pretty heavy on that, and I've been trying to keep up on that as much as I can
yeah.
from down here.
You can really reach a large amount of people through social media, whether you actually know them or not. You share one post from this account and you got 10 people over here that you've never met before that's liking it and commenting on it. It's
absolutely.
really incredible how far you can reach. I think social media has done well for us. I mean, man, we've got listeners all over the country now.
That's good.
Hey, we got at least 2 in North Carolina.
North Carolina, Indiana, Illinois. Hell, we might even have a Michigan person at this point.
Yeah. So it's just, I mean, it's really helped out a lot and really helped sustain us. I know that much. You post it on all the buy sell trade pages and boost it, and people share it from there. And we have our own page for the swap meet and try to list stuff there. And Mom made an event this year.
Yeah.
Um,
We got you guys in the Shady Hill Speedway souvenir program. So, that's all season long, people buying it up. I know Tammy was very happy to see that we sold all of them this year. In fact, she was actually upset because she never grabbed like a handful for herself. So I think we're going to order a few extra this coming season. But yeah, I don't know how many people, would say, hey, this is where I found out about it. But, plenty of people purchased it. Plenty of people saw it, just spreading the word.
Yeah. Yeah. And we usually have people, we've had people from Iowa in the past come over.
Yeah.
Which is, mind-boggling just to know people from that far away come in for parts.
Yeah.
Obviously we get people from Illinois, Michigan, Ohio. Had Kentucky before. We get our local crowd. Right. So, you know who those people are.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get those random people from elsewhere that like, try to find out when they're going past the gate to see where they're from, just to see how far we've reached. So,
yeah. Speaking of reach, since you're not going to be able to make it, luckily my mom still has ties to Girl Scouts, so I was able to get Girl Scout cookies. But, I know your daughter was hawking them. I think she did more selling than some of the vendors did last year.
Very possible. She's pretty good salesperson.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she's kind of bummed too that she's not going to be there.
Her cookie sales are probably going to be down a little bit.
Well, we've struggled finding a Girl Scout group for down here that meets on a day and time that's conducive for everyone here.
Right.
So,
sure.
But yeah, it's been a good change for all of us. So
good. Is Mom going to be in the kitchen whipping burgers this year? What's the food look like?
I'm assuming it's just going to be burgers and dogs. I know.
Always.
Yeah, it's usual stuff. They'll have donuts in the morning.
Cool. I'll make sure I get some donuts
then. Friday night she'll have chili, burgers, dogs. So
might have to go. Not that it takes us long to set up, but might have to go set up Friday.
Jeremy, you see this? We have Pastor Dan on one episode. Now that's all Brian can think.
Welcome.
I mean, it's usually what he thinks about anyways. It just brought it out.
Welcome to our new food podcast. Oh, man. Good. Well, I don't want to keep you too long. It's probably closing in on bedtime out there out east, being an hour ahead.
Nah.
Late night?
He's a race car driver. They don't
That's
sleep.
True. He'll probably be in the garage wrenching.
No, I don't think I'll go out there tonight.
Too
I
cold?
do have.
That's tough.
No.
Got your 50 degrees?
Yeah. There's snow on the ground. I can't go outside. It's like it's so night and day down here with all the weather stuff.
Yeah. Right.
Like I'm walking around in like a Under Armour long sleeve and a t-shirt, going to classes and stuff at the academy, and everybody else is bundled up in their winter jackets, and it's 40 degrees outside, and just like,
you can take the boy out of Indiana, but you can't take the Indiana out of the boy.
Right. So
yeah.
it was
awesome.
funny. They put they put North Carolina under a state of emergency for the threat of the snow that was coming through because there's
Oh boy. Oh
snow and
man.
ice. So, and I mean, I get it. They don't really have
Yeah.
the equipment to handle.
Right.
You know, I
Right.
guess I heard they brought in a bunch of trucks from elsewhere to try to combat it a little bit, but
Yeah.
and then it ended up not getting anywhere near what they were originally expecting.
Right.
But the downfall here is they get a lot of ice, so
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
that really kind of plays a factor into a lot of it. Eh, so mountainsides and ice don't really mix all that well.
Sure. I could imagine.
But yeah,
Cool.
it's been good though. Like I said, I
Good.
enjoy it down here. The weather's been pretty good, other than moving in the middle of a hurricane, and
Yeah. Right.
you know that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Because you left town right
mom
before
mom
Helene
didn't
hit.
believe me when the day Helene hit, we moved in.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then it blew through and was just kind of hovering in the mountains.
Yeah.
And my mom called me to see how we were doing, and I'm like, "It's over here. It's blue skies and like 80 degrees."
Yeah.
And she said, "You're lying to me." So I called her on FaceTime and
Yeah.
showed her. So I mean, it rained all day
Right.
until that late evening or late afternoon, but they were affected pretty hard over on the west. So
Right. Right. Yeah. We've seen all that.
yeah, and it's still not good. They're still struggling out there.
Yeah.
So, but I did
Well.
see some tracks down here opening back up.
Good.
One out that way.
Yeah.
So
Good.
yeah, we'll figure it out, and don't know where we're racing yet. So
Yeah. It's all kind of new to you. You gotta find your way down there.
yeah, I got to find some American Racer tires.
Oh boy. What's that?
Yeah,
You don't see those
that's
around
different.
there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess you
Yeah,
don't.
that's
They probably don't have Hoosier in their backyard like we do.
That's true.
well.
So.
The funny thing is, I bought a whole bunch of used Hoosiers from a guy who had gotten them from a super team that had like hot laps on them. So I've got a bunch of almost brand new Hoosiers that I can't run.
Yeah. Well, I guess you'll have to bring it up
So
here just to use the tires.
yeah, that's in the works. We're gonna bring it up,
Awesome.
see, so
Awesome. Yeah.
go from
Well,
there.
even if you just bring it out for practice, I'll be sure to get some good photos of it.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, we'll get it up there eventually.
Good. Good.
So we're just trying to get
Hopefully.
our feet wet and go from there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's we've had our fair share of big jumps, but that's a big jump. You know,
Mm.
probably not as big from four cylinder to late model, but nonetheless, that's
Yeah,
definitely that's a bigger horse.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think it'll be good, but
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. If I like it, I like it. If not, then I'll sell it out and
Yeah.
drag down America and call it good.
Hell yeah.
So
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for coming on, Travis. We really appreciate it. We want to get the good word out, and any little bit helps.
yeah,
And
we
so,
appreciate you guys doing this for us too,
yeah,
having us
yeah,
on. I mean, a little bit of advertising goes a long way. So
yeah, for sure.
even if it is only a day,
Yeah.
so
Well, yeah, we I guess we probably could have done it 2 weeks ago, but we got a list of people we're checking off because they keep beating us over the head to come back on. So
yeah, I get it.
we gotta, we're all busy, as you can see. Well, now you can't really see, but if you turn the camera that way, there used to be cabinet doors down there, and now it just looks like I spray painted my floor.
You know,
But anyway, we're all busy with work, and I mean that's I guess the joy of part-time local Saturday night special people or Friday night special Grundy. And
Or
we
Sunday
work.
morning.
Yeah, or Sunday morning, with mini wedges. But we all have busy lives, and we got to work to pay the bills to get to the track and do our best. And we're happy to get you on before rather than after. That would be a
Right.
bummer. But I guess we could start building up what's the word? Excitement for 2026.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So
We're striving to go for as long as we possibly can. I know TJ and I are kind of trying to take over more of the responsibilities
yeah, yeah,
with it, but yeah, I wanted to say that we do have one thing I forgot was we had a Milwaukee radio that was donated by Smith's Farm Store in Rensselaer, and then
ooh,
um,
that's a nice one.
yeah, and then MCK Graphics donated some pop rivets and stuff that are going into the this and that bucket, and there's probably going to be other stuff that we find out the day of
Yeah,
from some of the vendors. So,
yeah, yeah.
um,
I know a
but
guy
those.
willing to donate to the cause.
Wait, what am I giving out?
so
Well, why
so
don't you go
yeah,
over to that used stand and buy like a gas pedal or a box of used rivets and donate them? Although I don't know that used rivets would work very much.
Yeah, not very well.
Yeah,
so yeah, like I said, we just try to do this to keep everybody racing as much as they
yeah,
can.
yeah. Of course. Well, we're
So
we're definitely excited to be down there Saturday morning, bright and early for donuts and to sell some photos, I guess.
He's more so looking for the donuts than to
Yeah,
sell photos.
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think this is the first one I've missed, so I'm kind of
Yeah.
sad about it.
Well, you'll definitely have to be there next year. Rumor has it
Well,
for the 21st year, you're gonna remove the alcohol on premise, right?
well,
Happy 21st. Yeah,
we'll see.
yeah.
But
Well,
I'll have vacation time then, so I'll be able to
yeah,
get up there and do it. So
yeah.
you know,
Awesome.
All right.
try to definitely be back. But
Yeah,
that's probably been the hardest thing is trying to do the stuff on the old interwebs and
right.
be
Yeah,
down
it
here.
takes a lot to manage social media for somebody
So
or something.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean we don't do a whole lot, but we do try to push it, especially late December into January and obviously into
yeah,
February. So
yeah,
um, so any shares and stuff that we get, we really appreciate, and we couldn't do it without the support of the fans and the drivers that come out, and it turns into a social event more so sometimes than
yeah. After everyone's kind of made their pass through, it's all. I think Josh Link came down about 4 times just to talk to me. It just turns into a big hangout fest.
yeah, and we're kind of trying to with this giveaway, we're trying to keep people there a little bit so they
Yeah,
can get some
yeah.
freebies and try to you know
What you should do is
maybe
put an ATM on site. Some of these guys are cash only. That
yeah,
might that might go a long way.
yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know how to go about that. So
Well, maybe someone will have to befriend a bank.
right, but that's about that is one of the downfalls is we don't have an ATM on site, and I know
Yeah. Yeah, I know internet was, I think cell service was a little tough, but we did get that Wi-Fi and we were able to survive running a card. It just took us a few minutes to get set up.
yeah.
So hopefully the iPad remembers and I don't have to go chasing TJ down again. Shout out TJ. I had to put
I
his
would
door up and his little broken piece that he signed for me. I feel like doing the Randy Jackson. You see that black smudge right there? Yeah, you're not gonna not get his autograph. So shout out to
yeah,
TJ and this part will not be for sale. It's staying here.
but yeah, we try to do what we can for us racers and fans, and you know
Yeah,
we hope everybody has a good time, and
yeah.
it's always good to see the familiar faces and the new faces, and
Oh yeah.
Yep.
you know so
Well, we definitely appreciate you guys putting it on and spearheading that thing. It's certainly not easy to coordinate a bigger event like this.
Yeah. Well, you guys do one too, right?
We don't really coordinate it. It's
Yeah,
really
we just
Steve
show up for it.
Bechtel, and he kind of took over for someone that was doing it.
It was Stan and
Tommy Turtle
used to put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is, straight. That's just that's not car parts. That's
Right.
memorabilia.
There's some car
Right.
parts, but
Well, it's not like specifically car parts.
This
This
like
is
that door you got.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's memorabilia
and more old people showing up and standing around telling stories that have gotten a little less true since last year when they told the same story.
Yeah, right.
It's usually the way those fishtails go, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger
Uh-huh.
and bigger. Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, we appreciate you coming on, Travis. We'll let you get back to, I guess, chilling in the house with the 2 inches of snow.
Not even. It was literally dusting. Although I did hear that it was sleeting out a little bit ago, so
Yeah. Well,
hard to say. I know they put the kids on remote learning tomorrow already.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, they're quick down here to shut things down. So
Sure.
I'm essential, so I have to go to work regardless. The wife's essential, so she has to go to work regardless.
I was wearing my Beers Essential shirt. We got it in 2020. And then I got dinner on it, so I took it off and
Well, I like the shirt you have on tonight.
Had to rep the Larson boys. So.
I think he's just bragging that we finally got the shirts printed.
These were the first ones that I did pretty quickly.
I gotta say those are mine. Those were done relatively quickly, so I'm not gonna complain about how those were done.
Yeah,
so.
TJ's took a while.
But yeah, so yeah, we just appreciate everybody and you guys and everything that we can do. So
awesome. Well, thanks, Travis.
Not a problem, guys.
You have a good evening, and we look forward to seeing the family and friends on Saturday morning, bright and early.
Yep, everybody's looking forward to it. I know. So yeah, we're big plans for that. Just hoping. I know with the giveaways that we're doing something else that have to be present. We're not gonna call.
You're not gonna send me my 65-inch TV.
No. Mom said
you'll be present.
Well, yeah.
Mom said she wasn't shipping anything and she wasn't taking anything back. So you have a half hour to come claim your prize. If you don't claim it in a half hour, they're drawing again. So
perfect. Awesome.
So yeah. But yeah. So you guys have a good night. Appreciate what you guys are doing.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Talk soon.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I want to thank Travis for coming on and enduring another Brian Goodacre interview.
He was a brave soul.
Seemed a little smoother this time.
Yeah, a little smoother.
He's a brave soul. Yeah, I've got a few more under my belt.
It's easy to be brave from North Carolina when you're in Indiana.
Yeah, true.
That is true, braving their half-inch of snow.
Yeah. Mostly braving the not being sat in the same room with Brian while he struggles through an interview.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did good, though.
But, hey, they suffered through the first one. He didn't run off and came back for another one. I'd call that progress.
Brian's got his apology T-shirt and his apology door panel there.
Yeah, he's ready to go. He's all decked out and everything. He's good to go.
Yeah. Gotta give him props, man.
Yeah. So.
What's the word? I don't know, some phrase I'd say.
Words. Use your words.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
It was here.
I got freight train. It's over.
Anyways, we want to thank Travis for coming on, talking about the Racers Trade Show and Swap Meet going on this weekend at the Jasper County Fairgrounds. If you're heading out that way, it's just off I-65 on Route 114 in Rensselaer, Indiana. They said they'll be there bright and early, man. Brian's talking about his donuts, man. So get out there, get you some breakfast.
Oh yeah,
get you your
race
race
parts.
parts.
Beat me there if you want any.
You know it. So yeah, I want to thank them for coming on.
I'm gonna have to get some donuts for on the way.
He's gonna have to pre-donut. That's exactly what he's gonna have to do, man. But anyway, so look forward to that. Let's take a look back in time to this past weekend, the biggest stock car racing weekend
Speaking
of
of
the
freight
year.
training.
Yeah. Daytona is in the books. Daytona 500 and all the preliminary
Thank God,
events.
too.
I don't know that there's really anybody except maybe William Byron that's happy with that Daytona 500 at this point.
Tyler Reddick's probably kind of happy.
Yeah, he's probably all right.
Yeah, he's all right. Jimmy Johnson finishing third.
He's got to be ecstatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since I don't know that he's actually finished a race in the next gen car yet.
Yeah, I don't think. At least I don't remember any. And then, because literally they were doing the post-race interviews and they were talking to Jimmy Johnson. Oh well, he finished third. How did he finish third?
I don't think we even really know who. Well, hell, even Cole Custer's spotter didn't know who was where.
Yeah,
so
you know,
watching the wrong car.
So I was listening to NASCAR on Sirius this morning on the way to work, and they were talking about, how do you coach? I don't even remember exactly what they were, but the whole time I'm thinking, I just heard that Cole's spotter couldn't tell what car he was in, so that probably had a lot to do with part of the wreck, because he's coaching, keep going. What do you mean keep going? I'm in the wall.
What do you mean? Yeah, I'm going sideways. What do you want me to keep going for? Well, yeah, good times, man.
But hey, we got to thank our spotters because Kyle Harvey yelled at us if we don't. Although I believe he's hung the headset up. But hey, spotters get people around that track.
That's true.
Yeah, as long as they know what car they're in.
That's also true.
Yeah. Something sponsor, something full season, something.
But interesting to see all the feedback from the media, the drivers and stuff after the 500. Looks like NASCAR has a little bit of work to do, I think, going forward on the super speedway stuff.
Cars getting upside down, cars trying to lift off like they're airplanes, even though the whole thing's designed as an upside down airplane wing. But still, I'm kind of with Ryan Preece on his. We need to work on how this car's shaped and up in the air.
He's probably a little biased, though.
But deservedly so.
He is the most experienced.
He has become.
I'm sure Elliott Sadler had some things to say after the 15th time he was upside down in the backstretch.
Yeah,
how many more
Preece
hours
has become the new Ryan Newman, I think.
How many hours do you think Preece needs before he gets his pilot license? He's got to be halfway there, right?
Yeah, I mean he's gotta. I mean he could maybe do better than that Delta pilot in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Whoops.
Man. Yeah, good times.
Yeah. And hey, while we're talking about Daytona weekend, got to shout out Alex Clubb having a halfway decent finish there at the end of the Arca Monstrosity.
Yeah, I think P16, I think is what he came
I believe
home.
16th,
so,
yeah.
I know
they
had some
had
trouble.
16 cars finish?
Hey, man. Maybe not. I don't know. But either way, I know he had some issues to start the race, but they got them buttoned up, and he got back out there. And, sometimes those ARCA races down there are just a battle of attrition. I listened to part of it in the car on the way home, and I think they said the longest green flag stretch they've had in years had just happened in that race, and it was 13 laps.
Jeez.
And I laughed out loud. That was entertaining, but I think the ARCA race is going to be my one positive in the fact that I mean the diversity of the field. So you had Butterbean McQueen. Or it's Queen. I don't know why I always put McQueen on there. But Butterbean Queen in there. You had Elio Castroneves, Catherine Legg. You had Cletus McFarland. Then you have the homegrown guys like Alex Clubb out there doing it. It's just, man, it's just wild. And I think I saw that they had one of their highest rated races ever earlier today. I
believe it.
Read that somewhere. And I think just the diversity of that field, bringing so many people together, and eyeballs on a development series like that.
Did Elio run that race too?
Yeah, he finished fifth, finished top five, and then got right reared after the checkers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was his best finish of the weekend, and then
still ended up wrecked.
Yeah, the guy that wrecked him said his spotter, he didn't know the race was over.
Yeah, he didn't know the race was over.
And his spotter wasn't communicating with him or something.
Yeah, he didn't have a radio, and he didn't know the race was over. Even though that
sounds like Kyle might have a job lined up again.
Yeah, even though that waving checkered flag, the flashing yellows indicating the slowdown, and all that good stuff.
All the other cars going slower.
Yeah, everybody
had
else
his blinders on.
I guess, but either way.
But yeah, man, Helio had a rough weekend.
He did.
Yeah, I don't think he brought anything. He might have brought, between all the races he was in, one full car back to the garage.
Yeah, the worst part is I don't think any of it. any of it was his fault.
No, he was just
Yeah.
always kind of, in somebody else's wreck.
And that's Daytona for you.
Isn't that what happened last time an IndyCar driver used to try to race NASCAR?
Let's see. Last time I remember there
Danica?
being an IndyCar guy,
Danica just
an
got in
IndyCar
the way.
guy, he found the jet dryer and it didn't go well.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Juan Pablo.
Yeah, that you had Frank Eady. That didn't go very well either. I think he ended up with a broken leg there. Wreck at Talladega, of all
Yeah,
places. So
There was an Andretti that did okay going from India to NASCAR.
Yep.
Did John ever run
Yeah.
Indy?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember. I've got toy cars of his.
Yeah, John, I think, did the double in '94. So
I know
he
Kyle's talking about it again.
Mm-hmm.
He had a 2-year deal.
Yeah, so Larson, Kyle Larson will do it again this year.
Yeah.
As long as NASCAR gets their waiver situation figured out to where
Add it to the list.
Yeah.
You got not knowing what you're gonna do to call a race with a caution to gonna let them finish the race even though they're all wrecking on the back.
Oh
stretch.
yeah. I might have
just-
had some feelings
Oh
on
man,
that.
it's crazy. The difference between Friday and Sunday was like 180 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even Kevin Harvick pontificated about that.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
you
and
sent
I
that
agree
to
with
me.
him. He pretty much said whatever doesn't matter what the decision is, just be consistent with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I said about that same thing. Is I don't care what you do, just keep doing that thing.
Yeah. Between that and I started listening to Denny Hamlin's podcast this week because I wanted to hear what he said.
Yeah, he
about it.
kind of had a front row view to all
Yeah,
that.
he did, and he had some good things to say about it and about the state of super speedway racing. And I'm not a Denny Hamlin fan. I don't really like him, but he's honest and he puts his opinions out there. And
Yeah, what do you
can't
say?
that-
Kill the horsepower a little bit and
I
change
actually-
the spoiler.
I think the other way around. Add a little horsepower back, take a little spoiler away, make the cars
Okay,
hard to
yeah.
drive. The cars
Yeah.
used to be hard to drive, and it used to be a skill to do it. And he said pretty much just people being dumb. Let's just say dumb. I'll keep it PG. Which
there was a lot of discussion about Stenhouse and Logano, and Stenhouse being aggressive with his blocks, and Logano not really caring whether or not the car will fit.
I just liked Kyle Busch's interview afterwards.
Oh,
Where he said
yeah.
the fastest car
Oh,
wanted to
yeah.
be the first one to the wreck.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, that's great.
It fit perfect too.
Yeah.
Exactly
that
what
was
happened.
good. Daytona now in the rearview mirror. Looking forward to Atlanta this week on the NASCAR schedule. But with Daytona Speed Week in the rearview mirror also means Winter Nationals are in the rearview mirror as well, Brian.
They wrapped up, and we actually had a local guy. Now, there's a lot of, if you watch Kenny Wallace, he talks about it on his Cup of Coffee morning live feed, whatever he did. He's probably on a podcast talking about it now at this point, but Nick Hoffman had his feelings about it, but something Dirt Car did down there, the racers were not a big fan of. I think from a confusion standpoint on how they were scoring points for the week or whatever, but nonetheless are mildly localish. Occasionally at Shady Hill guy Kurt Spalding ended up walking away with the overall championship in the Big Gator. So that was pretty neat. It's always fun to see people and people you shoot and whatever go elsewhere and do well. So
Yep, on that
shout
same
out to
topic,
Kurt Spalding.
we got Steve Stacy down at Showtime, won the 75-lap street stock feature, and I can't find it again, but I know Brandon Ross won something.
He won some not big deal feature because I looked into it.
Okay, but
I
hey,
saw
he
it.
won.
He did, and I don't want to be that guy, but the clip I saw looked like
Here
it
he
was
goes.
only like 4 cars on the track. So I don't know. I don't know if there was.
Hey, a win's a win.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
You're right. A win's a win.
All you need to have a race is 2 cars.
That's right.
That's
And,
it.
Sometimes
we-
those are better races.
Yeah.
It's true.
I think I stood out in the middle of Illiana for 100 laps watching Daniel Hemrick
Yeah.
and Eddie Hoffman put
8
on
cars.
one of the best shows. I think that, a couple of those Bettenhausens, but the Daniel Hemrick and Eddie Hoffman, I think, was ASA Late Models or
that
ASA
was-
Midwest show.
It was
A big traveling series show, 100 lappers.
right. Was that not
wanna-
the ASA late models, but the other series that he ran?
Yeah, which I think was Midwest.
Yeah,
Or it
something like that.
Could have been
it was,
CRA. Maybe it's
No,
CRA.
it wasn't ASA late model. It was formerly ASA late model. Because I remember the trailer just had the duct tape over the S and the A, and it was
Yeah.
A late model series.
Yeah, but
Just
that,
a
that
late
was
model
a
series.
that was a good show, and I mean, yeah, second through 20th or whatever race, or third through 20th race, but man, Hoffman and Hemrick put on one hell of a show.
Yeah,
God, I think that was 2012 maybe.
That was several years ago.
Could be.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
So yeah, good to see local
So
guys
just
represented
saying,
down there.
car count doesn't necessarily determine the quality of the race.
Yeah.
Sometimes to get quality, you need a little less quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Arca tried to solve that problem themselves.
Yeah, so did Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All in the
Trucks.
last 20 laps.
Were the trucks bad? I wrote notes somewhere. I don't
No,
know.
I think
I
the
don't
truck
they
race
were.
was actually pretty clean,
clean.
compared.
Up until Tech afterwards.
Oh yeah, Kligerman won because they
And
had
then-
a last
and then
lap.
Didn't back
Right.
it in the fence.
Yeah, and it was too low. Although
Yeah.
I think their appeal set for tomorrow, Thursday, which when this airs will be yesterday. So we'll know what comes out of that.
Right.
Yeah, probably
You'll
nothing.
know, but we don't know
Yeah,
yet.
probably nothing.
Yeah,
but, you know, that'd be my
Current
guess.
me will not know. Future me will.
Yeah.
Well, future you is also, in addition to attending the Racers Trade Show and Swap Meet this weekend at the Jasper County Fairgrounds, we'll be attending the March 23rd Chicagoland Racers Reunion and
Yep.
Memorabilia Show in the Will County Fairgrounds in Peatone, Illinois. So that's on the docket.
That's
You
the
got
big
them-
one for for Dad and Andy Rod's collection.
Yep. You got them negatives ready?
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what free time you've been having all winter, but I haven't had a whole lot.
Well, you can kind of see the corner right here. Wait, hang on. There you go. See that line? That's
Yeah.
green paint from my paint sprayer. That's my free time. And I've got
Mhm.
I still got to put knobs on the set I just finished up, but I've got most of the doors up, so looks good. So now I can turn off home improvement Brian and be racing
Racetrack-
photography
racetrack
design
Brian.
Brian. Yeah. So
So we are getting close to time.
Yeah.
I know Grundy posted about their open practice just a little while ago,
Mhm.
Yep.
Saturday, April 19th, and I'm sure everybody else will kind of be opening up around that time frame. So
Yep.
it is it's coming.
yeah, we'll be gearing up here for our preseason roundtable, whatever we want to call it, with the promoters and
Yeah, go
Yeah.
through our
where we have
season.
everybody on to talk about things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stuff
I know.
and things.
Is it Plymouth officially kind of gets things going like late
yes,
April, but
Plymouth
they've got
is our
the
first
Enduro.
race on the schedule with the
Yeah, I know Kankakee is
Enduro.
Kankakee is the same weekend. The 18th is their opening night with the Lee Hall Memorial.
All right, Grundy
Uh,
is the 26th with
yeah.
Spring Classic.
Yep, and Shady Hill's the third. Kokomo's got their $100,000 to win Woomba 4-cylinder race on the 18th, 19th. So there's April is right around the corner. It's absolutely packed with racing stuff. So hopefully spring plays nice and we don't miss a lot of it because of weather. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's coming
Yeah,
like a
Travis
freight
can
train.
keep his half-inch of snow.
I think we got a foot outside. No, okay, maybe not
Yeah.
quite 6 inches.
There you
Although
go.
if you-
there you go. On your measurements there. A little overpromise, underdeliver.
It's like one of those racing stories.
That's it.
Well, you know when you
You know,
shovel
like
the
I think last week you were supposed to get 6 inches of snow, and then came out to maybe
I think-
an inch and a half.
I thought it was like 4 to 10, and then it was like another like 4 inches, and we were supposed to get our entire winter's worth of snow
Right.
in that 4-day span.
And then actually got
Yeah.
1 to 2.
Mhm.
Well, I think we got like 3.
Something like that.
But if
That
you
depends
shovel
on
it,
which. Yeah.
if you shovel it
Depends
all
on which
into,
ruler
like,
you're
one
using.
spot. yeah.
If you go from the base
Yeah.
or not.
Oh man. Yeah.
All right, well, since we've gone off the rails here, I've already given my hashtag 1 positive. So
Travis
gentlemen-
texted me his.
Oh,
he-
all right.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
We got participation.
Yeah. Hang on, let me get
The
it.
interviewer probably forgot to ask about it.
Mhm.
Oh, my 1 positive is the snow down here sending me home from the accident, so I had stable internet to talk to you guys tonight. Thanks,
Nice.
Travis. We appreciate your 1 positive.
Very much appreciated. Yep.
And I will, I guess, 1 positive roll into the Larson family and them putting this trade show on, mainly for local guys, but they're not going to turn away an import, if you will, someone coming from the a far distance.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw Dan Odell there last year, and
Yeah.
he's not far away, but definitely not what you would expect going to a dirt-centric swap meet. But
Yeah.
then Dan's always tinkered with everything.
Yeah. Like, last year was obviously our first time there. Chris was sick and just
I
hung
was
out in the
sick as
car
a
the whole
dog.
day. And, Mom and I kind of took care of everything. So even that, I mean, we still had a good time, and we get to, like Travis said, man, everyone kind of makes their lap and buys what they need to buy, what they want to
Mhm.
buy, and then it's just they just hang out and talk and shoot the shit. It becomes like an hour or two of work, and then it's like 6 hours of BSing.
Mhm.
That's when deals get done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if they allowed alcohol, more deals would probably be done. But
You get them old. I don't want to put it back in a trailer deal.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So it'll be a good time Saturday. It is kind of quick, 8 to 2, but I mean much longer, man. I mean there's only so much space and so many parts, and
Mhm.
without an ATM machine, there's not too many people that are taking card down there. I think us and maybe a couple others. So
Yeah.
eventually you'll run out of cash. I'm sure there's a bank close enough that you could run and get more cash, but
But is it open on Saturday morning?
right. Well, you just hit the ATM.
Well, they
there.
got an ATM. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good point.
so it's a good time down there, and I'm excited for it. I'll be can't wait to see what all's going on this year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guess that means
You're
means
up.
I'm up, right?
You're up.
Yep.
Well, #1positive. We're racing. That's don't know how much more to add to that, but hey, we made it through Daytona. We got Atlanta. We got the swap meet. We're a little over a month out. I think I was talking to Steve last night about it, and we had to push it back a week. I think due to some scheduling, but we're there.
Yeah.
This is
Wipe the
This
dust
is what
off the
start
canvas.
the start of actual March Madness, where you spend 4 weeks building a car for a race you knew about 6 months ago.
So then this definitely makes Saturday last minute.
Yeah,
Correct.
if you're gonna build in March,
Correct.
this is it.
That's it. So that's our #1positive. If you have a #1positive about your experience in racing this past week or month, go ahead and drop it in the chat here on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you're consuming this. If it's got a comment button, you can go ahead and drop that #1positive there. You can find us, obviously, at all those places I just mentioned, at Illiana SCR, Illiana Stock Car Radio, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube Podcast. We are there. Obviously, you can find Good Acres and all their good stuff at goodacrephotography.com. And also, you can find them on Facebook and Instagram as well, plus the website, which state of the website, good, all good?
that's
Still-
about as good, about as well as the negatives.
It's not the new one, but it's functioning.
Hey, that's all that matters. So it is functioning. It is ready to go. Well, we want to thank Travis Larson for stopping by an interstate interview from North Carolina tonight. Stopping by on behalf of the Larson family to talk about the Racers Trade Show and Swap Meet going on at the Jasper County Fairgrounds this weekend. I want to thank everybody out there for listening and watching Illiana Stock Car Radio, and look forward to seeing you guys next time.